Welcome to Grimwood City, a place where the veil between the magical and the mundane is as thin as a whisper. 9 districts, each a realm of its own mystery and allure. From the bustling trade at Marble Rock Pier to the arcane secrets of Silkway, Grimwood City harbors both wonder and peril. Here, werewolves, vampires, and mystical beings walk hidden among the ironbound, the ordinary folk. The magical and the mortal coexist, bound by ancient secrets and unspoken truths. The ley lines, a web of arcane energy, converge here, weaving a spell that masks the extraordinary from human eyes. Brave adventurers delve into the ancient depths, seeking forbidden knowledge and battling untold horrors. In Grimwood City, every shadow hides a tale. Every whisper holds a secret. Are you ready to uncover the truths and face the dangers of this enchanted metropolis? Join us on BackerKit to bring the mysteries of Grimwood City to life. Your adventure awaits.
Welcome everybody, welcome in. We are still waiting for a player, but we're going to start anyways, and then that player can join in a little bit later, or players. It might be 1 or 2. They're a couple, so they'll be on the same screen. We'll jump into this and get this started. Just so everyone knows, I'm Dave. I'm Grimwood Games. We are publishing our own system called Ironbound. We will get to that soon after this, because right now thank you for the follow. We're focused on dungeons with an exclamation part. You can get it at it's a free system that you can get at DriveThruRPG. It's basically an open source OSR game. So we're gonna play that with the author and creator of it. And then we'll see. I'll probably ask him questions at the end, because I'm sure I'll have questions after I play it. All right, we're gonna go over there and say hi to everyone right now. And 1, 2. Here we go, guys. We are now live. Welcome, Bob. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for joining us. Everybody should know Mike. That's normally here. If you don't know Mike is usually my partner in crime on our weekly podcast called Geekout, which is usually at this time. And then we'll have Jacob and Michelle from Avenue Studios, which if you don't follow Avenue Studios, go check them out on YouTube, because they're freaking awesome. I'll give it to you, Bob. You can take it away.
Okay. Well, we're going to just kind of get things started here. I know we're waiting on a few players, but if everybody can see the Owlbear screen, we are starting out in a tavern, a classic. I just wanted to keep things nice and simple here, get us into the game as quickly as possible. I've only got a little bit to say about Dungeon. I mean, obviously, you've already said it's free. You can get it on DriveThruRPG. Give it a try. It's very easy to learn. And
real quick, 1 sec, Bob.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to make sure that the sound's good for me now. I was echoing. I shouldn't be doubling up anymore. Good. Okay. All right. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I just have a little bit of a setup thing to read for you guys. Your party has been traveling together for a few months now, crossing the Great Sea to reach the Grand Duchy of Limholm. You've spent some time in the capital of Beowulf, but you're now down on funds, so you've started searching for adventuring work once more. You've each come back with a promising lead, and you're regrouping at the Last Lob. It's one of the cheapest taverns in town. It's dwarven-owned. And as you pull up your chairs, flocks of workers begin to fill up the bar area, and the barkeep starts pouring that good dwarven ale. So 2 of you meet up your usual table. You've been staying at the Last Lob for probably a few weeks now, just trying to get the lay of the land here in this new place. And so I'll give you guys a quick look at the map. So this is kind of like your local area. If you can see that. You are currently in Baywold, down in the bottom there. You've crossed the Great Sea, which is out west. You're all fish out of water here. This is a completely new country, continent for you all to explore, and you've been kind of looking for the best leads of what to do. And so I've got quite a few options for you guys, but I'm just going to go down the list of the numbers, and since you're the first two that arrive back at the tavern to regroup, you'll get the first two options. So option number one of you had heard rumors that there is an abandoned temple west of Leafton, which is this point of interest right here. So Leafton's over here, and if you can travel from Baywold to Leafton and out into the wilds, you can maybe find this abandoned temple. It's rumored that some monsters have taken it over, but there's still plenty of treasure to be found there. Like a classic OSR, this is mostly about going out, finding treasure, adventuring. You can play it other ways, but of course, I just wanted a pretty traditional experience. Option number two, you've heard about. There's a bandit hideout northwest of Marith. Marith is right here. Again, a little ways out of town. You'll have to do a little bit of overland travel, not too much. And that is right here. That's this point of interest, the bandit hideout. So, as you two have come back to the tavern, meeting up, let's see, let me grab the tavern. You are the first two there. So, your two characters, I'll just go ahead and drag all these extras off screen. Your two characters are Belgar and Dodger. So, the dwarf and the halfling have beaten everybody else back. How would you, if you've got an idea of what your character would sound like or what they would say, or maybe something, how your two characters know each other, how do they greet each other once they meet back up?
Hey, Squirt. How you doing?
Thanks, Belgar. Good. Find anything good?
Just some mold.
Yeah. I'm not sure where the rest of the party's at, but
where are they? That's weird.
I hear they're grappling with some monsters in the full moon.
Oh, yeah, maybe some goblins, kobolds, something small, probably.
So we have on the board. It looks like that abandoned temple, still abandoned.
This is true. Abandoned temple.
You think they can meet us there?
I think they can. Let's just send word to the barkeep to let them know.
Okay. So you head up to the barkeep. He's a fellow dwarf, and he's familiar with you guys. You've been renting here for a couple of weeks, so he can definitely let them know once they show up. Just so I can give you the full options, though, I'm going to say that he mentions the other two quests that are out.
Sure.
Yeah. So the third quest on the list, there's a monster den east of Pewick. Pewick, I'm just changing the map here again. Pewick is this small little hamlet here. And the monster den is right along the river. It's rumored to be a cave where something large protects a small hoard of treasure. The people in Pewick claim that it's some sort of monster that takes their children and their guards in the night. Not sure how true that is. And of course, the final option up in Calcott, it's a small town along the road. Calcott has reports of rising undead, kind of perusing through their catacombs, their underground catacombs. So those are your four quests: the abandoned temple, bandit hideout, monster den, undead.
I want it noted that the chat has said that you have a really nice map here. It's very nice.
Thank you. I used online tools to make it, so I didn't really do much.
You know what? There's four choices. I'm all for rolling a die. What do you say, Mike?
Sounds wonderful.
Okay.
Leave it to
do you want to
Chad.
roll it?
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Go for it.
We can. Oh, hey, Jake. Welcome.
Oh my! Someone busts into the bar.
Hold on one
Bar
sec.
doors.
Jake, they can't see you or hear you. Hold on one sec. Let me get that fixed here. Good timing. We just decided where we're going
Perfect.
with a random roll.
Well, that's even better.
It's not even the one that I wanted, so that's what's even better.
That's randomness for you, right?
All right. So for people who don't know, this is Jake and Michelle. They're
That's
from
not
Avenue
Michelle.
Studio. No, it's not. It's
that's
your.
That's my
She
daughter,
looks-
Madison.
But then again, she looks a lot like Michelle
She
because
does. Yeah. Michelle 2.0. Yeah.
I quickly looked, and usually it's always Michelle next to you, so I just assumed.
Well, kids won't go to bed, so you get my.
All right, that's fine. So we have Jake is from Avenue Studios. If you don't know, follow them on YouTube. Go check them out. They're really great. All right, sorry about that. So we've decided on the Bandit Camp because that's what the dice has rolled.
Okay.
Have you guys decided on characters to play? Did you even get a chance to take a look at them, Jake?
We didn't. We were helping run a summer camp program.
I know you were busy. You're a busy person.
Well, it won't be once winter comes.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Do you want to
I
play
can
a
just run down the options.
magic user, or do you want to play a melee fighter?
I'll be magic. She'll be melee.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. You can talk. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi, Madison. I don't know if you remember. I did meet you at Excel. Oh my God, I had it. I used to be able to say it, Jake.
Ecclesiacon.
Ecclesiacon, thank you.
Yep. I turned
Which
myself up a little bit. Let me know if that's better.
You're good. Are you not having people having trouble hearing you?
My wife told me I was quiet.
I can turn. No, I have you fully up. I don't.
Yeah. I think me and Video Ninja don't get along.
It just works so well. I don't know why. All right. Sorry. We will get to the play, I'm sure.
You're fine.
All right. So, Bandit Camp, here we come.
Okay. So we're thinking some sort of spellcaster, some sort of melee character.
Melee and spellcaster.
Okay. Any real preference? Are we thinking like fighter, cleric, alchemist, wizard?
Oh, what do we have so far?
They have a druid who's kind of like a frontline melee focused druid and a monk.
Cool. I will be a cleric.
Okay. The cleric I've prepared is Brother Ignis of the Cleansing Flame. He
I
is
am Mother Ignis of the Cleansing Flame.
Yes. He's very intense. He's a cleric that knows Fireball. He's an interesting character.
Awesome.
Were you able to see the owlbear link in the message system for the chat on
Video.
Isaac
Video.
can start again.
Probably. Give me a second. I'll find it.
Okay.
I have too many screens.
I'm having the same problem, so
I also got to figure out where to get messages on video.
it's at the bottom. There's a little chat window next to the speaker.
Oh, it does not have it there.
Here,
For you.
I'll post it in the Discord.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
No problem.
It's in the Discord on the Tuesday night.
Got it. Ooh, owlbear earlier. Fun.
I figured he asked if we could handle owlbear. I'm like, we handle Foundry. We can handle owlbear.
All right. Admit. Cool.
There you go. Now we have Avenue
And then-
Studios.
We have one more player, right? I assume.
Nope.
you're with us, right?
Well,
Oh,
we got Madison and
Madison's
Jake.
here with me.
Yeah,
oh, is she
so-
going to play?
Yeah.
she's gonna play.
Sure. Okay. What do you think, Madison? I have a female dwarf fighter named Atheta.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Whoa. Where's your
Oh.
beard?
Where's your beard?
All right. What's your name, Madison?
The character's name is Atheta. We can change it if you'd rather.
Have you heard of the cleansing flame? Boy, to cleanse everything.
Well, when there's nothing left to burn, I guess it's clean,
Yeah.
huh?
All right. Excellent. So now we're all here. We're all got our characters. I think we're set.
Okay. So the other two wander in. You've decided, maybe you spun a knife around on the table, spin the bottle. You decided to take out the bandit hideout. Maybe that's the most threatening issue. So we'll go ahead and change over here. I do have a map of Baywold, so I'll just pull that up really quick. You guys have been hanging out at a tavern kind of right smack in the middle of town here. And I don't really need to show this map off for long. Excuse you. But let me go ahead and grab your characters one time. I forgot to copy.
Oh, I muted myself on Discord.
That doesn't help much.
And mighty roar is heard throughout the
Oh
town.
my gosh. We're at a tavern. It only fits.
It was just probably one of the other dwarves here. All right, so we are back here on the main map. Your party token is right here. Usually I use hex maps, but for the one shot, I decided to just kind of go with a point crawl. So generally speaking, if you guys want to travel anywhere, you can. If you follow the roads, it's going to generally be like 2 or 3 points of movement. You get 5 points of movement in a day. So if you're going to go after the bandits that are northwest of Marith, I'm going to say it's 3 points to get along the road from Baywold to Marith, and that would basically be what you guys do. You don't have to go very far for this quest, so whenever you're ready, you can head out. You will notice, or you could notice on your character sheets, you do have some money. So before you leave Baywold, if there's any other adventuring gear you want to buy, you're certainly welcome to. I tried to stock up the characters generally, but I know they don't have everything they could have. There might not be, a healing potion, for example, in the party, but you might be able to buy that.
The GM just said healing potion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
you did.
Healing potions. I guess overview of things you might want to buy: healing potions, rope, bandages, healing poultices, which are weaker than potions. Bandages cannot be used in combat, but poultices and potions can. Just kind of things to think about. You could buy an extra shield, a backup shield, in case you want to splinter your shield to, save you from a dying blow. Things like that. I think, for example, the cleric, I didn't start him out with armor just because his art has ropes, but the cleric could purchase armor if he really wanted to and wear that.
Does it slow me down?
It does not. It does give you disadvantage on stealth if you go for the heavier stuff.
I don't need armor. I'll just cleanse it all.
Yeah.
Well, definitely some healing potions. I got some rope.
All right. So if you guys
I
want
got
to
rope
buy,
too, called Grasping Vines.
if you guys want to buy some healing potions, I'm going to say Baywold's, the capital, so it's going to be at like the pretty common price. They're 2 gold a piece. It's not the largest city though, so I'm just going to roll a die and see how many the local shop may have here.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll 2d4s. Okay, they've got 6 in stock right now, so
We're
you
gonna
could
buy
spend
all
12
6.
gold. Okay,
I think
12
we
gold
need
for 6 healing potions.
all
Sounds
right.
good.
all of them for sure.
And we'll split if there's 6, we'll split them 2 each. That will be 12. No, 6 will 1.
I
each.
agree. 2 each, and the dwarves get none. That
That's
sounds.
Remember, I do have heal.
Yeah. The cleric doesn't have the heal spell, but they have a built-in ability that gives them a better ranged heal spell. So the
That's
cleric
true.
can also do good healing. But potions are always good, always helpful.
All right. Well, okay, we'll do 1 for each. That will be 4, and then the 2 healers can have the extra one in case they have to pour
Get
it
some
on
raise
Somebody.
somebody.
You're fighting bandits, so holy water is probably not going to be any good for you. But again, you're fighting bandits. Does anybody have any lockpicks? There might be some locked treasure you need to open up. Or you can just...
I do not.
All right, I must be failing because I am missing the character sheet.
Character sheet under
Red. Yeah.
yeah, under
Day
the
and
thread.
pre-gens.
Under red.
There's a thread here. I'll tag you in it
Oh,
I can actually just resend it if you'd like.
in Discord.
Wow, that's what you meant.
We're not
Okay,
in Foundry, man.
Yeah,
We don't
I'm
have
looking
character sheets.
Okay, I see the thread.
All right.
Awesome.
If you don't want to dig through it, this is just the sheet here.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you.
And then I will grab the fighter sheet also.
I already got hers.
Oh, you already did? Okay. Well,
Thank
I already sent
You're
it.
awesome.
Okay. Always come prepared. That's what they say. I was never a Boy Scout, but okay. Yeah, if you want lockpicks, I don't believe any of these characters started with them. I know some characters did, but
Nope.
I don't believe these guys did. They're only a silver a piece. They're not very expensive, but they break if you fail the check. So they are very nice to have, unless you wanted to be smashing into chests and perhaps breaking your payday.
I'm checking something. Sorry, guys.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Is that? It would be thievery.
Yes,
Oh, that was my guy.
thievery to do lockpicking, also to
Lockpicks.
pickpocket, things like that.
We'll say you have 12
I
gold.
mean, we can get some.
You guys can definitely afford them, even if
We
nobody's
don't know whether I can use them
still
or not.
helpful.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me. I like gambling with this fire. We're gonna buy 9 of them.
9 of them. Okay, sounds good. So that is 9 silver pieces. You get
What's the
9
ship-
lockpicks.
Wait, what's the shopkeeper's name?
I got a generator right here just for that question. Their name. Oh, that's a long name. I'm gonna get a different one. Their name is Reese.
Hello, Reese. Thank you. So, we will not be using these for anything illegal. Don't you worry about this, Reese. These are for the bandit camp that we're gonna go cleanse. Have you heard of the cleansing flame, Reese?
He has not. You are from off continent, so he's never heard of your religion.
Oh, well,
Reese, don't get him started, Reese. We'll never get out of here.
Reese, I can tell you right now that this cleansing flame is the best thing that will happen to you. It's good for healing. It's good for killing. It's good for everything. I tell you. Are you interested? I have pamphlets right here.
If you have a pamphlet,
Yeah, likes his
I'll
meat,
happily
right?
take a pamphlet.
Shard.
I give him a pamphlet.
Okay. He seems intrigued. He will take a look.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
next
hey,
time you come into town, you'll have a sect growing here.
when I come back to town, I would love to sit down and chat with you. We could light some fires. You know, is there anybody who did crime recently that we need to burn at the stake?
He says, "No." He's like, "I'm pretty sure my neighbor's dog keeps crossing the fence." But I
We
don't
should
know if
burn that
that's
dog.
Oh,
One simple
always
punishment.
the same way everywhere, burning the fire.
any other supplies you guys think you need? You should have plenty of torches.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think we're
Can you-
good.
Buy scrolls.
You cannot buy scrolls. Anything magical is basically you have to get it in a dungeon. Basic potions are acceptable. You can buy those, but then there's advanced potions, basically like improved potions that are only loot. So
Athita, you're awfully quiet. Well, and you shaved your beard. What do you need? Anything? You have a spear on your back and a shield and some daggers. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
All right. She's the quiet
All
one.
right.
the quiet stoked dwarf. Okay,
Well,
so you guys have done some purchasing.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
let's go.
So you 5 movement points in a day. Assuming you just want to take the most direct path, you can just kind of follow along this road and get to Marith. Is that your plan?
Can I be a pain in the butt? Can I follow?
Sure.
Can we take a river there?
And you could buy. I do have rules for boats. Do you want to buy a boat?
I mean, I know the dwarf probably would rather be on her feet, but
No, I want to go on a boat.
you want to go on a boat?
Yeah.
She wants to go on a boat. Let's go on a boat.
Buy
Go on a
Why
boat.
not?
All right, I'm scrolling down to the rules for boats. Just give me a moment here. Let's see. All right, so if you guys were to buy a rowboat, that only fits 3 people. So you'd either have to buy 2 rowboats, or you'd have to find like a bigger ship to take you, which you would not be able to afford unless you were renting on a
Wow.
merchant ship.
Dang.
I mean, I guess I could go by myself and the three of you be together.
You could also do 2 and 2 in a robot.
I see. Yeah, we could split 2 and 2.
That would help with treasure at the end too, right? You could
Yeah.
Yeah, you could carry the treasure. Yeah, in the boat.
2
All right,
boats.
2 boats.
All right, 2 rowboats, 2 gold apiece.
Oh, I got. I'll cover that, guys. It was my idea.
Actually, I guess before you commit, so rowboats, because they don't have sails, they aren't very fast. So you could buy these boats and go upriver, but it's actually going to take you. You're going off the path, and you have 5 points in a day. I would say to get to Marith, it's going to take you most of the day. Yeah, I guess okay, that would still work. So it would take you most of the day.
Wait.
You could still do it.
Is it against the current or with the current?
Definitely against the current.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard work.
I mean, it's. What do you say, guys?
It's an adventure.
Wait. Before we go, can we get a fishing pole?
Sure. Yeah. So that's like 2 silver.
Okay.
It's a very basic kind of crappy fishing pole. But...
All right.
All right.
Let's head out.
So you buy two rowboats.
Yes.
They take 2 movement points, cost 2 movement points on water hexes because they don't have a sail. But you begin making your way upriver. It's hard work. 2 of you rowing each at a time, and you begin your travel. So because you're going upriver, and it's off the beaten path, it's going to take you basically the full 5 movement points for the day just to get to Marith. So you will probably need to rest before you actually go on your adventure. But that also means that I need to roll a few encounters here to see if you run into anything on your river quest.
And I thought the river was the safest route.
It's definitely less because you're not even on a road. So you're just kind of trees all around you. And
Can I roll for catching a fish?
Sure.
We have it rigged, so it's like trolling behind as we're paddling.
You can roll survival, see how well you rigged it up.
All right.
Sitting in a little eddy.
So I roll a d6.
D6, and you want to roll your survival skill or less.
Keep screwing this up.
So I got to roll 1.
If you only have a survival of 1, correct.
I have like no skills. Oh, I suck. That's okay.
He's a big city cleric. We're focused on burning people down.
So I kind of suck too. So
Well, as you said, it's just dragging behind the boat. So
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like I'm doing
you
something.
think you catch something a couple times, but it just catches on some mud at the bottom of the river.
it's the other boat.
All right. So I did roll 2 encounters. I'm just going to say they kind of, they're not going to happen back to back, but we'll see what they are. So you're on a river. I have a physical copy of the rules right next to me, so I'm actually going to use this so I don't have to scroll all over the place. All right. Let's see what you get. A 3. Oh, that's interesting. So that's very interesting. So you guys are actually passing the monster down. It's right over here. And it's this other marker. The weird thing is the monster I rolled is the same monster that lives in that den. Just completely by chance. So as you're passing by, you actually see this small cavern opening into this sort of hill with deep tree cover. But as you pass by, almost like that scene in like Deliverance, you're like on the river. As you pass by, you hear and see movement in the trees. And it sounds like almost like an ape-like creature, something grunting like low and like really strong, dragging its claws on the ground. And you see a green shape rush away from the riverbank, like it was getting water, and into that cave. And based on your surroundings, you recognize that was another quest site if you wanted to go there.
So really, Brother Ignis, we came across the river so you could get 2 for 1.
That's smart. You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean we should do that.
This is the shortest quest too, so you've got time.
all right, let's go in.
Okay, so how do you guys
Let's make sure we tether these boats really well or pull them up on shore.
I assume somebody has rope. If you have rope, it's not a big deal. You can easily tether both boats.
We do.
I have rope.
So the rope will not break or anything, but it is no longer in your inventory, just
Right.
for this little mini dungeon. So no worries there. Cool. And you guys approach the monster den. So let me load up that map for you. So here we have the monster den. Oh, let me paste your pieces in here as well. All right. So I don't know how well the camera can see, but pieces are right here. There should be some fog of war that you are not able to see through.
Yep.
And I will reveal it as you go. First things first, that's the cave entrance. You can see in the wet mud of this riverside dirt the footprints and kind of knuckle dragging markings that went by, matches the pace that you saw this creature move. There are also some smaller footprints as well, like the size of maybe like a small cat, or like rather a small dog or a big cat. But just kind of a first glance, these are different types of creatures completely, not just in size. But the larger creature has these long clawed toes and hands. You guys could try to identify either of these. This would be either knowledge or survival. So I'd let one of you roll for each set of tracks. So the small ones or the big ones, if you guys would like.
I'll try a knowledge roll.
Okay.
It's a D6. Yeah, we'll do it on the small ones.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, these are some nice
No.
tracks. I'm gonna do a knowledge roll on the large track.
I'm sorry, I kind of missed. Do you have to roll under for one of these skills?
Yes, you want to roll the level of your skill or lower.
Critical hit.
All right. So who succeeded on that check?
That I scored a 1 on my knowledge check. That would be
Okay, and that was the cleric. So
brother.
that was on the small paws or the big paws?
No, big paws.
Big paws. You know exactly what this is. In fact, you've probably faced them, being a brother of the Cleansing Flame. These are troll tracks.
Oh, we must burn this. We must burn this alive.
Yes. Does anybody else want to take a look at the small tracks? There is a druid in the party. I would give the druid.
Yeah, I can.
on these small
I'll roll one. 1.
There
I
you go.
have 3.
These are definitely rodents, and your best guess is they are unusually sized rodents. So most likely
ROUSs.
USS.
Yeah.
Oh no,
rats.
Oh no!
they're more scary than trolls. Wait, are we in the fire swamp?
Luckily we have you to burn them because we don't have a fire swamp.
Yeah, you're in a swampy area, but the fire is being brought by the cleric, I think.
All right. Well, kind of know.
I'm assuming it's dark in the cave.
It is very dark in the cave.
Yeah.
I will
There's
hold
some
up a
natural
torch and
light,
say,
but
Light a torch.
Yep.
I will just hold it up and say, "Okay, cleric, start the fire."
Oh, can I start this fire? I really want to turn them on.
Sorry? What was it?
I want to turn his torch on.
Yeah, you can easily. So it's assumed you can just have like matches or whatever or tinderbox.
No. I
No.
want to snap my fingers and I want it to light up.
Oh, that's fine. That's also fine. I mean, you have fire magic, so that's fair. So the torch is lit, and that's going to give you a decent radius around you for what you can see. The circle tool is a little tough to use, but I'm going to try to use it. So this entryway, basically every one of these hallways is going to be like one person at a time. So I will need a basic marching order, but this first room is like immediate. So you'll immediately be able to fan out. So this won't be your final marching order, but go ahead and think it through real quick.
Sure.
I pull my sword.
Do you want in front, Dave, or you want me in front?
I have the.
Why don't we
shield,
put that
so I'll go
fighter in
first.
front?
Why don't you be in front?
Yeah, the fighter's going to be
fighter
in
in
front.
front.
The
I'll
fighter, so both the fighter and Belgar have spears, so they can be first rank, second rank, and still hit the front rank. So they can.
Oh,
Okay, then we'll do that.
You're leading the party.
I have a dagger I can throw.
Yep.
I'll aim for the druid.
I'm gonna have my shield up, but my other hand empty because I'm assuming I need one hand empty to spellcast.
You do not. It's a fun flavor thing, but yeah, you don't need to. You can like cast it through a weapon or whatever. Kind of like the idea of like casting a spell through a staff or a wand.
No,
So
this is OSR, and I'm flip or kind of right.
yeah,
Kind of.
it's streamlined rules, OSR principles, kind of is the idea.
Cool.
So we're not bothering with that kind of nitpicking, but you could say your magic, maybe your holy symbol is a torch. You're casting through the torch.
Do I
to burn
not
stuff.
have a cantrips or anything like that, right?
There's no cantrips. That is
If
true.
I do a
So
spell, that is the spell.
that's the spell, and you use the spell point.
And I only have 2 spell points at level 3.
You do. You are a cleric, not a mage, but you do have some abilities that are per rest that you
I
can use again with spell points, but you get free uses as well.
That's the respite.
I think you have turn and your basic heal.
Okay.
So turning in this it works on any sort of creature, not just undead, but it is inherently a little bit weaker. So
Okay.
it does work on any type of enemy, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So marching on in, remind me, who was the torchbearer? I think you guys said, and I just forgot.
I was.
Okay.
I had the torch.
So right in the center of the room, I think that's plenty good there. You guys march on in, and there are these 4 giant rats. They, however, seeing the light, immediately scurry away. So if you want to try to chase them down and attack them, you can. Otherwise, they specifically all scurry towards
Same
this
direction.
hallway here. Do you want to chase them or just let them go?
You gotta speak up. Nice and loud.
them.
Nice and loud.
Chase them.
Chase them?
Chase
Yeah.
them. Okay.
Okay.
Maddie says
Yeah,
chase
you-
them. Let's chase them.
You notice they hesitate to go north. They specifically all go this other way. So I'm going to say, if you're going to chase them, we're going to do an initiative to see if you guys are basically able to outwit them and go first. So I think this is kind of the positions they were in. So we're just going to immediately enter combat. So you guys, how initiative works is we both roll a d6s. I roll a d6 for the enemies. You guys roll a d6 for the party. You elect one person. Whoever wins, that side has their first action, and then it trades back and forth. So if I win, 1 rat goes, and then 1 party member goes, and then back and forth.
Oh, that
That's
roll
fine.
wasn't it? Oh.
All right.
We'll take that 5.
We can take the 5. It's fine.
Well, I didn't know when you grabbed a dice in Owlbear, it automatically.
Oh, okay.
goes.
Well, I rolled a 6. That seems kind of cocked, but it said a 6. So 1 rat will go, and they are more interested in fleeing. So it's going to run away. So how combat works is there's usually abstracted ranges. In this small of a room, the ranges are pretty much irrelevant. So I'm not going to transfer over to the combat map unless we get into a bigger room or like a bigger threat.
Okay.
But at this moment, you're basically all within striking distance of a rat, more or less. So one of the rats is gone. It has moved presumably twice and is completely, you hear it scampering into the darkness. Now one of you gets to act if you want to go for one of these other rats.
Go on, Maddie.
It's you,
want
girl.
to attack the other
Yeah.
rats?
Get him with your spear.
Yeah.
Look, say what you do with details, like you do at the table with me. Pretend it's just me. It's not these other strangers.
Yeah.
These strangers. Yeah.
No, you gotta tell them nice and loud.
Like the closest one
This
to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to throw my spear at it.
You want to throw it. Okay. So do you want to run after the rat before or after that, or do you want to really focus your aim and like throw this spear really accurately?
Throw it accurately.
Okay. So what's happening here? Athena is going to use her movement to use the steady aim maneuver, and then using her action, she's going to throw the spear. So you'll go ahead and you'll roll a d20. You'll roll it twice, so with advantage, and you're adding your attack bonus, your AB. So roll it twice, and then take the higher number and tell me what the total is.
Ooh, nat 20.
There you go. That's why we steady aim. So nat 20 in this system is maximum damage. So if you're throwing your spear one-handed, it's a d6 damage, which would maximum at
2
6.
or just d6?
But she does get a +2, yes, because her favorite weapon is a spear, and she has a subclass that gives her another damage. So that's 8 points of total damage.
Please
And
say
I
that stuff.
think, does that drop the rat? Almost. You stab the rat real good. It just takes a spear in the side and it squeals out, but it does have 2 hit points remaining. So let me go ahead and just give it two last hit points. Okay, your spear is in the rat. It'll kind of fall out as it runs away, but it is on the ground effectively. You can go retrieve it. That is Afida's turn. Now one of the enemies gets to go again. I'm going to say the other rat is going to go, the one that isn't presumably, got a spear sticking out of it.
Spear
He
sticking
will
out.
scamper off into the darkness. and then it's back to you guys once more. So
So
Atheda's already acted, so now anybody else can act.
Dodger, go ahead and act.
All right, I'll go over and hit it.
Okay, you punch the rat. So another thing you could do here, you're a couple feet away from it. You could use your movement to charge at it. Now, what that would do is it give you advantage on your attack, but it would also give the enemy advantage if they decide to attack you. But obviously, if you take it out, that wouldn't happen.
Right.
So you can charge in and just try to punt this rat across the room or something.
We will work to embarrass myself. That sounds great.
Okay, so you charge
We'll
in.
charge it.
You go ahead and same thing. You roll d20s advantage since you're charging, and you get your attack bonus.
Oh, okay, I see. I was hitting the wrong things to try and roll. There we go.
You're good. 17 or a 3. And what's that total with your AB or attack bonus?
So that would be 20 with attack bonus.
Okay, so that's that hits. And then you roll damage because it's not a natural 20. So your damage as a level 3 monk is like a d6. And then you get to add, oh, nice. You get to add +1 because it's your monk favorite monk.
One, yep.
So 7 damage. This rat, you just 5-finger strike, just it's gone. The rat is nothing. And it squeals and it dies. And the spear's on the ground. And the other rats have fled. You have no idea. I mean, they generally went this way, but they are effectively out of your range because you cannot
I'll hand the spear back over to Athena.
Sure, sounds good. And that's the end of combat. That was a very quick little combat because the enemies were mostly trying to flee. But you're good. So you're in this room. You definitely made some noise, but nothing comes charging out of the darkness to attack you.
And we all noticed the
big bright
rats
light.
didn't want to go north, right? We noticed that.
Correct. They one of them, probably the one you killed, probably skittered up there, hesitated, and then that's why you were able to kill it because it probably went the wrong way. But in my notes, it does specifically say that they purposely avoid the north.
I said we head north.
Something bigger than the rats.
We're
Yeah,
here
it's probably
to
something
fight.
bigger than a rat. But
We're here to fight the rat, right?
Yeah.
Not here to fight rats. We're here to fight the big
Monster,
green thing we
yeah.
saw.
We must-
Whatever is taking the villagers' children at night.
yeah, whatever the
All right.
story is.
Whoa,
Oh wow, he got so big.
I used in large.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Let's
heading
go
north. So our light source is, of course, the druid, right?
Druid, yeah.
Okay, so he's about here. So we'll just kind of give him another circle. And it seems the rats were avoiding
Ooh.
some spider webs. As in these spider webs, you see rat skeletons kind of peppering the webbing.
Ooh.
Those are going to be significant in size.
They seem like they're coming out of very big thoraxes. They are very thickly threaded spider webs.
Is there shinies?
Shinies? Oh, not in the webbing, but maybe.
What is there anything reflecting off of his lights that would be shiny?
I will.
Not yet. Maybe some wet walls of the cave, but there's nothing super obviously gold or anything like that.
That's a waste of time then.
I will take this time to light a torch.
Yep. Do you want to have a second torch then active?
Yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
more in. I'm thinking more in defense of myself, if needed,
Okay.
Yeah, more
than necessarily
fires
for light.
More fires.
More
So
fires
another
better.
thing, I hadn't mentioned it yet, but a core mechanic is dungeon turns, right? Like turns in something like OSE. With that first combat was really fast, so I'm not going to count that. But I'm going to say, doing the first combat, entering this room, and then approaching these spider things. I'm going to say that's the first turn. So we'll say that you lit the second torch at the same time as the other one, just to keep things easy. But torches burn for 6 turns. So there are 5 turns left on both torches.
Okay.
Taking notes.
Yeah. All right. What did we decide? Did we say we're going north? Sorry, I was talking to chat.
Spiders have
going
been
to face
considered, but there's no shinies. So
No shinies,
there's
so
hesitation.
hesitation. But webs burn.
This is true.
Yeah.
So I did miss the beginning. What is our goal?
Well, goal was to go face the bandits, but now we're facing a
But
monster.
you happened to pass the monster den. The monster den was just a rumor you heard about that there's some monster out in the woods, and you happened to pass by its lair. But it's rumored to have treasure. Your goal is to get rich or die trying.
I mean, I don't see a. I mean, whatever you
All
want.
right. Well, the rats are clearly avoiding this area, but it could be just the spiders.
I mean, do you see any humanoid bodies in there?
Not at this range. No, you only see a couple of the webs, and it's mostly rat skeletons. Right?
Yeah, to answer your question, Ignis, as well. This was a monster den, and they thought that they were kidnapped, or the local village was concerned because they were kidnapping things in the night. The monster den was, or so they believe.
So William Elliott from YouTube wants a quick recap of the story so far. So we've left a tavern, gone up a stream. We ended up seeing a monster go into a cave, so we decided to chase that monster. And then we fought some rats, and now we're determining whether we're going to go face some spider webs to get to something that we don't see.
Correct.
So that's where
lots
we're
of
at.
hesitation, and this is where the OSR gameplay comes in. It's like,
let's just go north. Let's find
do
out what's
it.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go north.
All right. So you get to about there, and the light spreads a little bit further, and look, there are spiders.
Speeder.
So, seeing the light, the spiders are now going to react to you. The light is giving away your presence. You guys are being cautious, so you obviously expected something to be up here, so there's not going to be any sort of surprise happening. So we're just going to enter initiative again. This time, however, I'm just considering if a map is necessary. I don't think so, because, again, we're in very close quarters. So we're going to stay on this map for now, and we'll roll initiative again. So who wants to roll it this time?
Dave does.
Sure, I'll roll it.
I got okay, we tied. So that means we have to re-roll. I got a 3.
5.
Okay. So you guys get to act first. You were kind of expecting this. So who wants to act? You see one spider. You see more webs.
Whoever's in front.
I don't have a way of talking to animals, do I?
No.
Spiders aren't animals. They burn.
I will.
I guess, to be fair, if you turned into a giant spider, then maybe you could communicate with them in that way, right?
Yeah, but that takes up to 10 minutes, right? To turn into something?
Nope. It's an action to turn into something. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, lasts for 10 minutes. Okay. But it takes a spell point, right?
I think you actually get 1 free use a day. It's you use it,
Okay.
and then after you've used it once, you can use spell points to use it again.
Oh, hell, I'll turn into a giant spider. Why not?
Okay. So Belgar,
Ah!
giant
I
spider.
didn't know you could do that.
So here's Belgar. He is now Spider-Man. Okay, so that is Belgar's action. Do you want to move in closer and try to kind of make friends?
That's horrible.
I will say yes. I will try to move in closer and try to say hello.
So you communicate. I assume spiders would probably communicate in I don't know if they communicate via sound or pheromones, but either way, it'd be something you could do in this one. So you just kind of approach. You're clicking your mandibles or whatever, and it just it seems a little surprised. But it does welcome you as if it's one of your own, but it does still seem hostile to the others. If you wanted to try and, get passage, I think at this point you'd either be rolling charisma or survival check. Survival, because it's kind of like a stand-in for nature in that sense, right? Where you're kind of, trying to kind of be like, oh, these are us. These are more of us.
All right. So I'd like to roll survival then.
Okay, go for it.
One.
Okay, so it's still hesitant, and it kind of lets out a few more clicks, and a few of the spiders that were going to be joining the fight, the other 2 spiders, they kind of come into the torchlight, but they just kind of hug the walls. They get up in their nets, their webs, and they just get out of your way. Because you're able to transform and kind of communicate with them, they are kind of under, unless you're, planning on betraying them and killing them, they're just going to let you pass, but they're not necessarily going to like help you. So they just kind of get out of the way if you just want to sneak down through this area.
All right. I'm good with that. I don't know. I will kind of nudge whoever's closest with my head since nobody else can
The
talk.
spider's nudging you.
Yeah, so if the giant spider goes up to Athena and is like, pet me.
Did you pet the spider?
No.
Okay,
All right.
but yeah, you guys can just
Yeah.
march on through here if
I
you'd
don't
like.
know.
That's
Cautiously,
weird.
but yes.
I mean, how
Yeah,
long have we been
the,
together? I've never seen her in the spider. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Keeping
I thought
my
it was only fuzzy
keeping my
animals.
flame away from the webs.
Oh, I don't have my
Well-
flame anymore. My torch probably dropped when it
I have mine
transferred,
up.
right?
I picked
So
it up.
it becomes part of your person, but we'll say like it extinguishes. Yeah.
Okay.
I picked it up.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to basically light up this rest of this area because you can basically explore this at your leisure. So they just let you go past, and you actually see as you come around the corner, there is, he just runs over to it. There is an old, decrepit chest that is under some of the webbing. The spiders, don't really seem to pay you any mind. It definitely doesn't appear to be something they care about. So you guys can certainly take the time to try and open it up. I need to roll and see if it's actually locked because there's only a chance it's locked. Otherwise, it's just so broken that it's not.
And,
Okay.
the rules for rolling on all that stuff, is that in the Dungeon SRD V2 that's on Drive?
Yes, I guess rolling what? What's your specific question?
No. So are you following an adventure path, or did you make?
Oh no, I made this over the weekend, so
Okay.
I just kind of made stuff.
And the
but,
rules of populating a chest are in the SRD, or is this something else?
Nope, this is something else. Well, I guess are you talking about unlocking it or just creating the chest or
Yeah, creating the chest and what's in it.
creating the chest? It's just kind of left up to the GM to decide. There are treasure rules, but in terms of specifically when and where to place a chest, it's
So
you
use
could
like the,
randomize it, but
you
So-
use the treasure table on page 84.
yes. So I decided that most of the treasure in these adventures, I like kind of rolled generally what it was going to be, and then I kind of divided it up into the different chests. So there are a handful I think, of chests in this dungeon, and the treasure is just divided amongst them.
Cool. I just wanted to see.
Sorry, you have 3 DMs.
I do?
Yeah, we have 3 DMs. Mike DMs, Jake DMs, and I DMs.
Oh, I think you meant direct. my brain is like direct
No, no,
messages.
no.
We're playing a game. What am I thinking? So,
I gotta fix
all right. So yes, this chest I rolled. It is in such bad shape that the lock is just rusted to nothing. You can easily just kind of lift some webbing off of this and open this chest up, completely unguarded. You could take a dungeon turn to check if it's trapped, if you really wanted to, by rolling like a search on it. However, based on its condition and the fact that the lock is just completely bunk, you don't think any traps would have.
Oh, I
survived
lift that
same-
thing right up.
Yeah. So you open it right up. Okay. So there is no treasure within. Or sorry, there is no trap within. There is treasure. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Can you imagine? There is 90, obviously you probably have to count this later, but just for the sake of tracking it, 90 silver pieces. To put it in context, this is kind of like a silver, the game kind of relies on like a silver world currency. So gold exists, but gold is much rarer. So I like to explain it as gold is a $100 bill, silver is a $10 bill, and copper is a $1 bill. So even copper has a value that you can still trade at, but for the most part, a lot of people trade in silver. So 90 silver's okay, it's pretty good.
I mean, I have 9 gold.
Yeah, exactly. So that's equivalent. You basically just doubled your money, more or less.
I mean, of course, I hand this out. We each get 30.
Okay.
And more importantly, as you
Don't give me
dig
the
through
spider.
the silver, more importantly, you find 2 relics. So relics are like the gems and jewelry of this game. So usually I just kind of keep them arbitrary, but if characters or players ever want me to describe them, I'll just kind of roll up a quick description of like a jewelry. So relics on average are worth 3d6 gold. So again, if we keep them as strapped and we just track them as relics as a concept, I always make them worth 10. And then if someone wants me to specifically describe one, then I roll its actual value.
Can I describe
So
one?
sure, yeah, if you're willing to roll the
Oh,
price, because it
I-
might be worth less, or it could also be worth more.
I-
So
Pick up one of the beautiful golden roses It's absolutely beautiful, and I don't think it's painted gold. But we're about to find out.
Okay, yeah, roll 3d6, and we'll determine its true value.
How do I add? There we go. That's simple. Boom.
Okay, so it's average. So you rolled fine. So it's definitely probably like I guess if it's small, it could be a solid gold rose, like maybe like a rose brooch or something. And then there is a second relic in there as well. Yeah, I think I made the web selectable just in case somebody decided to burn them. So it's kind of click around.
Thank you for subscribing, Stellar, and thank you for scaring the crap out of me.
Anybody want to inspect the other relic, or do you just want to add it to your inventory?
We'll just add it to our inventory. Oh, Maddie wants to go. Maddie wants to just go ahead, Maddie.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's a beautiful long emerald necklace with like a gold around it that's very like pretty and like wraps around it with like these vine looking things, but they're made out of gold.
Okay. Roll 3d6 and we'll determine how expensive it is. Okay. So maybe the quality of the gold's a little poorer, or maybe it got a little rusted, but 7 gold, that's still a lot of money. 7 gold is still a lot of money. So, and it looks very nice too. All right. Cool. So yeah, the spiders kind of pay you no mind. I'm going to say, getting over here, opening the chest, all of that wasn't really enough for a full turn. So Belgar is still a spider. Torches are still burning as strong as they were. But I think as you continue into the next area, the turn will probably pass here. Any other things you guys want to do before you move on?
I want to check this little corner here.
Sure. So because actually this is important, because you're a spider right now, you can see in the dark. So cool. monsters and animals are just assumed to see in the dark. Any humanoid creature is assumed not to have any sort of dark vision, just to kind of keep darkness as a threatening thing in dungeons. So because you're a spider right now, you effectively have like what would probably be infravision, right? Like this eight-eyed weird, spider predator vision. So looking down the hallway, you see there is a junction.
Okay. And Frog, you probably didn't do it because I think I have it muted because of the way my system's set up right now. I'll fix that a little bit later.
So,
all right. Yeah, so I see a junction. So I'm going to, without telling them, I'm going to start moving down it and see if they follow. Because
Hey guys, there's a a passage over here.
I'll go over
Belgar found one.
you guys can.
It means I get to take care of the web, huh?
All right. So Belgar leading the charge once more. As you kind of move through the hallway, I'm going to say you get to the next area, assuming you just follow the path before your spider transformation will end. Any other further movement you want to make, or do you want to kind of cautiously move along looking for traps, or are you just kind of moving at a normal pace?
I'm a spider, so I'm not really looking for traps. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys.
You can probably climb on. I mean, you can just climb on the walls, right? So you don't even need to really. But also, I mean, given that it's a pretty natural cave, odds are, unless it's an intelligent creature, there's probably not traps.
So yeah, just keep
I
marching.
guess you know the creature, right? It's a troll, so it's only kind of semi-intelligent. Cool. So following the path along, you can go ahead and move yourself into. Actually, at this point, I might as well just reveal the majority of the final room. So Belgar kind of makes it all the way into here, kind of rounds the corner, and spots the troll. So, assuming you guys, do you guys want to follow him in all the way, or do you just, are you kind of marching along, or do you let him go first?
Unless he responds in some way oddly, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, he peeks around the corner. Does he jump back?
Yeah, he would jump back because he's just a spider.
Okay.
What new spider I see, Belgar?
So yeah, he jumps back. The rats see you and kind of more or less they would hiss as much as a rat can hiss, like at these little gnawing bites towards you. And what's funny is as you peek in there, Belgar, the rats, before they saw you, didn't really seem to care. They were actually scavenging in these bone piles, and this troll was sitting behind them, kind of dumbly looking down at them with this big toothy smile on his face, like he's watching almost like his pets. So it seems that they must have some sort of symbiotic relationship with the troll. Like he uses the rats for entertainment, and therefore he lets them pick at his leftovers. But with the rats, alerting, the troll kind of stands up like something is amiss. So at that moment, your wild shape's about to end. If you guys engage in fighting right now, it will not until the end of the fight. If Belgar decides to back up and fill you guys in, then his wild shape will end, and he can communicate to you really fast before.
Would I know that as a druid that?
Yes, you kind of feel the transformation ending.
Then I would just attack.
Okay, we're gonna enter combat. Again, this room is just not really big enough to warrant. It's not like it's a big hallway or anything. So we're just going to stay on this map. Generally, because this is a slightly bigger room, if you want to move to something, you're not sure if it's close enough to be meleeed, just like give yourself 2 or 3 spaces of leeway and just kind of assume you can do it. And then if I stop you and say we're doing it this way, then we'll change it. But usually it's pretty straightforward. So Belgar is going to be charging in here because they were not expecting you, Belgar. If you want, you can roll a stealth check to see if you get the jump on them, get a surprise attack.
Sure, it won't be a good one, but we'll see.
You are a spider, so I'll give you advantage. I think that makes sense here.
Oh, is it so 2d6?
Yep, and just you take the better outcome. So okay, I'm guessing you probably don't have a high enough stealth for either of those to pass.
No.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, we'll just roll initiative as normal. So back to rolling initiative. Who wants to roll it?
Okay, I rolled last one, so why don't Mike you roll?
Ignis. Wow.
Wow.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to find these dice. Oh, initiative. I'm sorry.
I got a 3.
An 11.
4. Okay. All right, yeah. An 11. I beat you. Yeah.
I got an 11 on a D6. That's right.
Okay. So with the 4, you guys are successful to go first. So as kind of a breakdown of how ranges work, if you're like next to or almost next to something, that's close range. Okay. And then basically as you go further away, there's short, medium, and long. And then anything farther than long is, just kind of out of combat. So currently, Belgar is effectively like 2 to 3 spaces away from these rats. So I'm going to say he's short range from both of the rats and the troll because they're right next to the troll. So if Belgar wanted to move in and attack, he would have to move physically to get closer. If a rat was like, here or here, I would just say in Theater of the Mind rules, he could just be next to it, right? Like that.
Right.
That one.
That makes sense.
Kind of whatever. So it'll make more sense once we get to if we go to the other adventure and I use the proper battle map. But the proper battle map's like a hex flower. So
how tall is the ceiling?
I'm gonna say, let's see, it's only under a hill. There's a troll living here. We'll say it's about 15 feet at its highest point.
All right, I'm gonna crawl up the wall, and that's gonna be my action.
Okay, so that can be your movement. Do you still want to take you can move again? You could use your action to do something else.
Yeah, can I? Can I shoot webbing at one of the rats?
Sure. So I think I will treat that because you don't have the web spell. I'll let you reflavor your grasping vine as that.
All right. Well, in that case, no. That's what I'll do.
Were you trying to do it as like a ranged attack? Did you just want to
like a ranged attack, like the spider? I mean, I'm a spider.
That's fine. I think I was misunderstood. I think you're trying to shoot like a big web. But if you're just trying to do like a little darting attack with like a web ball, like a Spider-Man web ball, that's fine.
Yeah. All right,
cool.
So
that'll be a D20.
D20.
You have to add your AB, and because you're a druid and you're transformed, you get a +2 on top of that AB. So, it's kind of weird. You're like, you get up there and you're like, okay, fire, and you shoot backwards, and you realize you were looking at them and you weren't aiming the butt the right way. It's kind of weird to get into the spider's body, but there's no fumbles. It's more of just kind of like, oops, I missed.
Okay.
So yeah, no worries there. You just kind of look silly. All right, so you won initiative, but you have just gone. So now one of the enemies gets to go. So probably reacting to defend its pets, the troll is very much upset. So you crawled, I think it's very reasonable that you crawled all the way up to the ceiling. So the troll can't reach you like with its claws, but it is semi-intelligent. It can tell you're up there, and it's going to pick up a rock from the ground and toss a rock at you. So the first thing it's going to do, picks up a rock and throws it at Belgar. It's the only person it can see. So we'll go ahead and roll for that. Oops, that's the wrong die. Oh,
Belgar's
okay.
gonna die.
Okay, so Belgar,
Squish the spider.
you take maximum damage of 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
Now, that is a crit. That's the most damage it's ever going to deal in a single attack. If you wanted, this would be a moment where you could shatter your shield. It's technically part of your body right now, but I'd still let you do it because by all the rules, it's still equipped, right? So if you wanted, you could break your shield, which would decrease your armor class by 2, but it would decrease that damage by half. I mean, you have a lot of hit points, I'm pretty sure, because you rolled.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take it. So you said a 12?
Okay. 12.
So that would be 5 and 15. So that would put me at 15.
And then he's going to move up. And then as he moves up, like he's focused on the spider, but then he sees the torchlight over here and his eyes go wide. And he is going to let out a roar. So what he's going to do is he's actually using the demoralize maneuver right now. He is going to target, let's see, which of you is holding the torch? Is it Athena, Dodger, or Brother Higgins?
I think Dodger is for certain.
I am too.
Okay. He will, I think he can probably see Dodger the best, so he's going to try it against Dodger. Basically, he's afraid of the fire, so he's roaring at you in particular. So he's got to roll a charisma check here, which he's actually not good at. But he's going to give it a try. Okay, he fails. So you are not afraid. In fact, you can kind of see the fear of the fire in its eyes. That is the troll's turn. Actually, it had a second attack, but it... or no, it didn't.
No, it threw the rock.
It threw the rock. I forgot. Yeah, because how it works is that they get free actions instead of you guys, as you level up, getting like when you attack, you get extra attacks. It's instead you get a free action attack at higher levels, and so the monsters do the same thing. So that was You're right. Yeah, he did the free action attack to throw the rock. He ran forward, and then he used his action, which would normally be for another attack, to roar instead. So I misspoke. Anyway, back to you guys. One of you gets to act.
Go ahead, Athena.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's you, girl. Get him.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah, you can run up to him from there, or you could try to prod him with the spear from a distance or throw it.
I want to run up to him with my
Okay.
spear in hand.
And do you want to charge him, like kind of, give up all your defense to really attack him hard, or do you just want to move in normal? Okay, charge. Okay, so you charge in, and that'll give you advantage. So roll 2d20s, attack bonus, and we'll see if you hit. Is that 2 7s I see?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
that might hit. What's the total?
4 and 7 is 11.
11. Okay, 11 does not quite do it. You just kind of, the spear kind of skims off of the rough hide of the troll. Okay, that is Athena's turn. If Athena had taken damage, she could use her fighter ability to heal herself, but she hasn't taken damage yet, so she doesn't need to.
That's the
and then
one
it
called
goes-
fighting spirit, right?
Yes, correct. To the enemies, we have rats. So rats are going to move in. They just easily scurry, under the legs of their master here. So this rat is going to move up, and because Athena charged, it has advantage as it tries to bite her. So the rat tries to bite Athena, and I roll. The higher roll is a 16 plus 2, 18. I think that either just misses or just hits.
Her AC is 17.
Okay. Just hits for 6 points of damage.
Oh no, she's at 24 health.
Okay. And then it goes to the party turn. So Dodger and Brother Ignis have yet to act since their turn.
I'll step forward with the torch,
Okay.
and I will attempt to taunt the troll.
The troll. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say based on where you're positioned, you can use either your movement or your action for that. So do you plan on moving in further? Do you plan on doing anything else on your turn, or are you going to stay put?
I'm trying to move far enough forward that he can see me, but hoping that I'm far enough back that he can't fit in.
That he has to move. Okay. You think he can fit in because he did clearly, and he's gonna have to squish, but he did.
It's true.
He
true.
did come in from the outside.
So right, trying to. I'm presuming that if he's moving through these tunnels, he's going to be at a disadvantage in some way.
Right. He would basically be like reaching through like rah, rah, rah.
Right. So that is my goal, but we'll see because my taunt is forward. So let's go with luck.
Go for it.
Nope.
Yeah, maybe the fire is driving him off. So if assuming you did that as your movement, let's say, you could still take your action to maybe throw a dagger or throw a torch.
Yeah. We'll throw a torch.
Yeah. So torches are
Ignis, do you have Ignis has a torch, right?
I got torch.
Okay. I will throw a torch. We'll see how bad this goes.
Okay, so you toss your torch. He's throwing weapons. Basically, if you were targeting someone at short range, which he is at short range, the troll, you would have a normal roll. If he was further, it'd be disadvantaged. But he is within range, so you toss the torch. Roll your d20 plus your AB. Says it's a 12 plus.
Where'd that AB? There we go. 3. So 15.
Oh, 15 just misses. Just kind of bounces off his shoulder. Like maybe you just kind of hit him with the butt of the torch instead of the flame, and it just falls to the ground. It is still lit. Actually, I guess there's a chance it goes out. I think it's a 1 in 6 or 1 in 4. It's like a niche rule. Sorry.
Who throws a torch?
I just want to. Who throws a torch? Honestly, 1 in 4. All right. 1 in 4. 3. Okay, so it stays lit. So there's a torch lit on the ground at the feet of the troll, and it actually kind of recoils from it. It's definitely not trying to touch that torch, but that basically lights up everything Belgar has seen for everybody else as well. Okay, cool. And that is Dodger's turn, and then it goes back to the enemies, which there is one more rat. The rat is just going to move up. I mean, really, we're not tracking exact spaces here, but it could be in the same space as the troll. So it's just going to move up and attack Athena, who, again, Athena had charged, so they do have advantage. Okay. A 9 and a 1. The 9 only becomes an 11, which is a miss, I am certain. So second rat misses, and then we go to Brother Ignis as the last member of the fight this round.
I don't think a fireball is appropriate here.
Yes, a fireball would hit all of your allies here. Belgar would barely be on the edge of it. I guess it wouldn't hit, but Dodger would have been fine.
I'd like to strike with my torch.
Okay. You want to strike the ogre, I assume, or the?
Oh, I must cleanse him from his filth.
So you're wielding a shield in one hand, the torch in the other, correct?
That is right, sir.
Okay. So go ahead and you swing your torch. There is a chance that if you hit him with a torch, it goes out.
Does anybody else have this voice in the sky that talks to you? So am I rolling with my attack bonus?
Yes. It'd be a d20 plus your DD.
Yes!
Nice. Okay. So maximum damage on a torch is 6 fire damage. I don't think you have any damage bonuses as a cleric. So 6 fire damage is good. That is the first damage the troll has taken. I think that's actually the first damage any of these enemies have taken this fight. But most importantly is you kind of watch as his wound at the end of the round, about to be, his wound tries to regenerate, but because you have burned him this round, it fails to do so.
Yes.
So good call.
I did roll really well on my knowledge check.
Let's see. So he has... I guess I'm going to track the damage he has on him, not his hit points. So he has taken 6 fire damage. Cool. So you move forward. You attack with your torch. That would be your turn. I'll just quickly roll to see if your torch goes out. It does not. Torch stays lit. Okay. And that's the end of the round. So at the end of the round, certain effects kind of count down. That's kind of where afflictions come in. So if Dodger had successfully provoked or taunted the ogre, troll, I keep saying ogre, it would lose, a stack of that affliction at this time. But that did not happen. It did, however, its regeneration ability would kick in, but again, fire damage has countered that. So the round comes to an end. Nothing really changes, and we go into a new round, at which point we roll initiative again. We roll initiative again. You guys could win again. You could lose this round.
Okay, so it rolls every round.
I got
I
one.
like that.
Rolls every round. Yep, it just kind of keeps the danger up.
Jake, All right.
We're both too nice.
I rolled a. I mean, you can still tie me. So
I got a 1.
Okay, we gotta re-roll. Here we go. I got a 1 again.
He's
Nah,
cheating. Dice hacks.
Dice hacks. I'm to roll a 1. Anyway, I am an anti-fudge jam, so don't worry. If I crit you, it's true. But you guys get to go first once more.
I'm gonna do something that you're gonna have to figure out how you roll.
Okay.
I want to jump off the ceiling, and in mid stride, I want to conform back into my person.
Okay.
And
you want to end
stab him with my trident with both hands.
Okay, so that's
that like
fine.
a
So basically,
action?
you're unequipping your shield then. So go ahead and mark your armor class down by 3. Because I think you normally have 2, but your subclass gives you +1 AC with shields. So that's fine, but you will lose some AC. You'll lose that AC until next round. Since you're unequipping it now, you can only unequip or re-equip once per turn. So that's fine. And then because I think it makes sense that you're kind of sacrificing your transformation for this, I'm going to say this is kind of an edge case where I'll still give you the druid transformation bonus, but only for this single attack. So especially because you're jumping down from above, which is cool. And I'm also going to treat it as a charge. So you'll get advantage, but then he might have advantage against you because, you're jumping down on top of him and you could land funny, right?
Okay.
So basically advantage, and you get your druid bonus still.
What's the druid bonus?
+2 onto hit and damage.
So, all right, so that would be 10. Unless I
plus
get
your
my...
AB. You get your
okay,
AB as
so
well.
that's 12.
12 is a miss. So it's very cool. You jump down two hands with the spear, but he sees it from a mile away and he backs up. So you land next to him. Let's see. I'll just kind of put you here. You do miss, unfortunately, but it's very cool. All right, and that is Belgar's turn. And then we go to the enemies. The troll. Let's see.
Back.
The troll. Yeah, the troll is gonna swing once at Belgar, and then it's gonna swing once at Athena, and then with its move, it's actually going to steady its aim against Athena. So it's gonna have advantage against Athena, and then it'll turn to Belgar, who drops down, which will have advantage on him as well. All right. So Athena first. A 4 and a 4. That's definitely a miss. And Belgar. A 13 with its bonus is a 19. I think
That
without your
hits.
shield, I think that hits. Yeah. Okay.
It would have hit even with my shield.
Okay. Okay, minimum damage. It's still 7 damage because it gets to add a 6 to its damage.
Whew.
7 damage. That is the troll's entire turn. And then it goes back to you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna hit
Speak loud, Maddie.
the rat that's closest to the troll.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my spear
Mhm.
and go right for its head.
Okay. So do you want to there's 2 ways we could do that. Do you want to like steady your aim and stab really accurately, or do you want to do something called a glory kill where you basically just swing all out, and if it's a lower level than you have a chance to instantly kill it. Is that what you? I mean, it's hard to pull off, but you could try it.
Yeah, I want to try.
Okay, so we're doing a glory kill. So I'll pull up another maneuver here. This is a fun. See, this is why fighters are cool. So how this works is you roll a d20 plus your AB.
Hold on.
Your goal is to roll greater than or equal to the target's hit points.
That's a 9. Oh, I didn't mean to roll it again. It's a 9.
I guess to be fair, I mentioned it. She could have steadied aim too, because glory kill's an action, but she could have used her movement to steady aim. Yeah, I would say that would, based on the wording, that's totally fine. So the 11 would be valid.
+4.
I mean, I'm assuming. So 11 plus 4 is 15. The rats only have 10 hit points, so that would succeed. And then the last kind of check mark, if a glory kill is available, is if the creature's lower level than you, which the rats are. So glory kill on the rat, successful. And then before anybody gets the bright idea, you can tell that the glory kill will not work on the troll. The troll is a higher level than you guys, which I think you can kind of suss out. But the rat is dead. Okay. And then last thing, Athena, when you did that attack, you have this fighter ability you can use to heal yourself. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a D4 plus your level. That's how many hit points you'll get back. So your level is 3.
DM Tails asks, "What's Maddie's glory? What's your glory kill pose?"
It's like a rat shish kebab, something like that.
Put her on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, she really did those like great role play. Like I'm gonna pop it in the head.
Like
And the rat on a stick over to
Yeah.
the
let's see,
troll.
like kind of like a prompt, like a cat, like when it's ready to attack, but on my like 2 feet instead of 4.
Nice.
Okay, so that is Athena's turn. One rat is down. It goes to the enemy's turn, which one of those 2 rats is now dead, so they have less turns this round. The rat, seeing you take out its brother, will attack you, Athena. It is going to use its tail, and it's actually going to try and knock you prone. It's going to try to trip you. So it's using the trip maneuver with its movement. So Athena gets to roll a saving throw. So it's a D20 versus your save value, which is the value in like the hexagon near the top of the page.
Does she get any kind of bonus or anything? Is it just like
You do not. So it's basically it goes down as you level up, and you just want to roll your save value or higher.
your luck continues?
Your luck continues. Yeah, there are 2 spear wielding dwarves in the party, and one of them is just going crazy right now. So Athena makes her save. The rat does not trip her, and then it'll attack normally because it did not knock her prone, so it does not get any sort of bonuses. And it rolls an 11, which most certainly misses Athena. Okay, that is all the enemies have acted. Athena and Belgar have acted. It is now Ignis and Dodger to act.
Go ahead, Ignis.
Burn. Can I do a full action just to burn? I have my torch. I just want to keep punching it.
So you want to stab it with the torch again?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you sure can. Do you want to use your movement to like kind of steady your aim to make sure you hit it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go for it.
That's 2d20
2d20.
plus my AB. So
Correct.
that's a naked or natural 20.
Modified
Not
20?
Dirty 20.
dirty,
Dirty 20.
naked. Yeah, I have type.
Naked? Yeah. The troll's almost naked, I guess. But you stab him with your torch. So that's a D6 damage. You don't get any bonuses. Ooh, okay. On the bright side, because it's fire damage, he will not regenerate. So you've at least got that going. So he is now taking that much damage. He will not regenerate once more. And go ahead and roll. Actually, I'll just roll it. I've been rolling. D4 again to see. Oh, you got it. Okay, you got it.
I beat you.
Perfect. You beat me to it. So the torch does not go out. Cool. So that is Brother Ignis's turn. It is now Dodger's turn. So I will point something out here. Because there's kind of this mess of melee going on, I'm assuming that's why you're hesitant to fireball. Dodger could, for example, he could like run in here and try to shove the troll, put him against the wall or something, so that way you have a clearer shot. That's just an idea, but just trying to point out, I think you guys are being very hesitant, which is smart, but there are other options. So,
well, that's great. I was going to punt the rat, but I'll punt the shove the
that would
troll.
also be good.
I mean, I kind of like punting the rat.
I like punting the rat.
All right. Well, so to punt the rat was going to be to sprint in and try and like slide kick the rat into the troll. Where is the torch that's on the ground?
It's under the troll. Yeah.
It's under the troll. Okay, so it's still in that area. So my thought was he at least likely wouldn't come forward, but it means I have his attention. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. I'll charge the rat and.
Sounds good. You can definitely get in there. You do a sliding kick into the rat. You'll get advantage because you're charging it. What's nice, especially if you're going at the end of the round, charge is really strong at the end of the round because they don't have a chance to react to you because the charging wears off at the end of the round. Everything kind of resets at the top and end of each round, so you don't have to worry about leaving yourself open if you act last. So it's kind of like a benefit to acting last, is you can play a little bit more recklessly. But of course, then you go last. So
Right. So that's a 20.
that hits the rat easily.
Right. That's
Rat is kicked.
4, 6.
6 points of damage. Okay, that's a little over half its health. It is still alive. You kind of kick it, and it kind of resets its positioning. Not dead. Okay.
I tried.
And that is the end of the round once more. Again, the troll would regenerate. If we had any sort of afflictions like poison or anything or afraid going on, that would also tick down. Not happening. And so we will jump right back into the next round, which we have to roll initiative again. So third round of combat. Who's rolling initiative?
Mike, go ahead.
I got a 2.
Hold on. I got too many in there.
Okay. We can either take the one that's furthest to the left, or we can just reroll, which is fine by me.
I'll just reroll.
You can just reroll it, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you beat me. So you guys get to go first again.
All right. I'm going to go again, guys, if that's okay, first. I know I've been taking the first position, but I have an idea. I'm going to try to slide under the troll and grab the torch and shove it up his balls.
Okay, sure. So you have the spear in one hand, so you're basically picking up.
I'm willing to drop the spear to do this.
You don't even have to. You don't even
okay.
have to. So you basically move underneath him. And I think how we'll do this is we'll kind of call this like flanking. So how flanking works is it doesn't necessarily matter in your actual positioning, but basically if you and an ally are both in melee with a target and you use your movement to set up the flank, then you and that ally benefit from flanking until one of you or the target moves. So I'm going to say, because you're kind of like, he's like swiping down at you and you're sliding between his legs, you basically get behind him, and then Athena on the other side kind of gives you a nod, and now you're flanking him. So you slide through, you grab the torch, and then you get advantage to stab him with the torch.
That
There
would
we go.
be 15 plus my AB, right?
Yep,
So
correct.
that would be 17.
That is a hit.
And then that's a D6, right?
D6 fire damage. If you were transformed, you'd have a damage bonus, but not currently. Okay.
So 2.
2 fire damage, and because it's been hit by fire this round, it's not going to heal again. So very good. You guys are doing a very good job of keeping that regeneration
I got
off.
a 3 on the torch.
Perfect.
Right.
Yep. You just don't want to roll a 1. So perfect. The troll, you're kind of starting to wind him. He's been taking multiple small hits. He's not quite at half yet, but you're definitely starting to wear his stamina down. Now that you guys are going to be able to start focusing on him, I think it's going to turn very quick. You're just going to start wailing on him, I think. But that was Belgar's turn. Let's see. That was a new round. So I'm going to have the rat go next. So the rat that Dodger just kicked wants revenge. It is going to do the same thing it tried to do to Athena. So Dodger, roll me a save as the rat tries to use its kind of thick tail to knock you prone.
All right. And then that's a 6 that I rolled?
That's a D20 versus your save value, which is like right next to your hit points in your armor
Oh,
class.
okay. Yeah.
You want to roll that number or higher?
I rolled lower.
Okay, so Dodger is knocked prone. I don't know if I have a token for this. Do I? Thought I did. I guess not. So we'll just remember that he's prone. Is that prone? That's prone. Okay. Cool. So Dodger's prone. And that means the rat will now have advantage, and that means on his turn, Dodger, if he wants to stand up, will have to use either his move or his action to do so. So the rat will go for the small halfling, the little pint-sized snack. Okay, that's a modified 20, 18 plus 2. I think that actually still barely hits Dodger, because Dodger's got really good armor class as a monk. But okay, so that is a little bit of damage. 5 points of damage. Not bad. Not good either. Okay. That is the rat's turn. Party turn once more. Dodger, Athena, and Ignis.
You want to go? You want me to go? Okay. I'm going to keep doing my full burn it.
Okay, there we go.
That's a
17.
21.
That hits.
So that's a D6. 5 points of fire damage, and I'm rolling a d4 so
Okay.
it goes out. And it's still lit.
Does not. Okay. Oops. Okay. 5 points of damage. The troll it's 1 hit point off of half, but it's effectively at half now, and it is like wheezing back and forth. You are finally it's finally starting to realize things might be not so good. So there is a morale system. At the end of the round, if it's at half or lower, basically whatever the boss creature is, or if there's like a bunch of small creatures and they've lost half their number, they're going to roll morale. So if you kill this guy's other rat, or if he takes like another couple points of damage, he's going to roll morale, which might cause him to just give up or flee. He's not the most intelligent, so it's probably more likely that he stays in fights. But this is like a bordering creature where it's theoretically intelligent enough to have survival on the mind, right? So it might try to flee or cower if given the chance. Okay, so it is now the enemy's turn.
Thank you,
Ignis is still at
Jacob
the
from
torch.
Mouse, who's following.
That's
I think
I figured it
I
was.
think the troll is going to swing at the 2 guys that are hitting with torches. So it's going to swing once at Belgar, once at Ignis. It kind of has to reach past the Theta to hit Ignis, but it does have big arms, so I think it can certainly do that. So it's going to swing once at each of you, and it's just going to kind of frenzy. It's not going to really, be smart about this. It's not going to do any sort of maneuvers, I don't think. So actually, I'll roll them one at a time. Okay, this one is for Belgar.
watch
That
out,
one
Belgar!
Yeah. That'll hit.
Belgar's going to go down, people.
Oh, 12 points of damage.
Belgar goes down with -2.
Okay, so there's no negatives, but this is an interesting time here. So you don't have your shield equipped to shatter it,
Nope.
but you're about to die. So
Yep.
I went over this before I think the stream started, but I use basically all the variant rules that are in the game. They're just kind of things I added that didn't really seem like necessary base game rules, but things I like. And so one of the things I do is I don't use revival magic, but there is a save or die. So if you hit 0, you're not actually necessarily dead yet. So you get to roll a d20, and you want to roll a 10 or better. If you roll 10 or better, you miraculously survive on 1 hit point. You can do this all day kind of thing. 13. So he's at 1 hit point, but Belgar is he buckles and he holds on, but he is, you're right. If he failed that, he's gone. So living on the edge. And then
I usually
already
do
declared
with
it's-
1 shots. So
I already declared a smarter enemy might attack you twice, but I already said it was attacking somebody else. So it just, it swipes by you. It's probably going to be surprised that you're alive after that as it turns over to Ignis. Ooh, natural 1. It just strikes stone. Nothing doing there. And then as its movement, I think because it missed Ignis, it's going to roar at Ignis again. Not again, very unlikely to actually succeed at this, but it's going to try. No, it fails. So it is just not scary enough when you know its weakness of fire. And then it goes to the party. So we still have Dodger and Athena to act.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
So I want to move to the other side of the troll,
Okay.
and then other side. Yeah, right there. Yeah, and
Okay.
then throw my spear at its belly.
Okay. And then I think we can say you're flanking it with Belgar because you guys are kind of, ganging up on it. So you get advantage. You can be in any position. It doesn't really matter. Basically, I guess it's less of flanking and it's more just, you're ganging up. But so you roll twice. Oof. Okay. So the
Man, you
spear
like
is
those 7.
strong. Yeah. What's the total there? Probably like 11 or 12?
It's 11.
11. Okay. So it bounces off his big belly. The spear falls to the ground. You are right next to it. So on your next turn, you could pick it up, or you could just swap over to your dagger or something. Cool. And then the enemies have all acted. Dodger is the last one, I believe.
Yeah, I will stand up and then just kick this rat.
Okay, sounds good. Something you could consider here as well. You're close enough that I would say, especially as a kind of agile monk, you could potentially strike the ogre or the troll. So if you kill the rat here and have extra damage, you could cleave the extra damage over
Into the
So-
troll. Yeah.
Correct.
We'll try that.
That requires you
Dodger,
not
go.
studying aim, though. Is kind of the trade-off, right? You have to gamble on hitting.
Right.
Go, Dodger, go!
That's a hit.
So 19.
Yep, that hits the rat.
That's only 5 damage.
5 damage. If you want to cleave it, that kills the rat and brings the troll to exactly half if you cleave, which would trigger morale
Sure.
for the round.
Yep.
Okay. So you literally punch the rat into the troll, somehow causing him to lose 1 more hit point. Okay. All right.
Emotional damage.
Everybody else has acted. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everybody's acted, correct?
One of your players says use move to stand up, can't cleave.
Oh, you're right. Well, yeah, he's right. That's a good point. Anyway, I was gonna roll his morale once his pets died anyway,
Which is fine. I just wanted.
It's 1 point of damage, but you're right. You're 100% right.
I just wanted that to be noted.
I do that a lot, actually, where I get carried away, and my players have to rules lawyer me. Okay. He barely, by 1, fails his morale. So how morale works in this is it's just a save. So the higher level monster, the less likely they are to run away crying. But also a smarter monster like a dragon, even if they fail morale, is probably just going to try to bargain for their life. This creature, however, not smart. Its pets are dead. It's going to try to get out of here. So we're going to roll initiative 1 last time. If you guys want, you can try to chase it down and kill it. Otherwise, you can kind of see the fear in its eyes. Its goal, if it wins initiative here, is to basically just barge past Brother Ignis and just force its way out of this cave and leave and never return. If you want to try and fight it beyond that point, you can. And then once a creature fails morale, they are permanently afraid until they escape the combat. So he's going to have disadvantage on everything anyway. So if you do want to chase him down, he'll be easy pickings. Otherwise, you can just let him go.
All right, I'll roll initiative then.
Okay. Oh, you rolled a 1. Okay, roll again. I got a 4.
2.
Okay. Well, the troll is just getting out of here. So he is going to move. He's like forcing his way through here, and then he moves a second time with his action, and he's just like howling like a scared dog as he's running off. Brother Ignis especially, you can see that he's like forcing his way through these tight rocks with like no abandon. Like he's literally scratching up his body, and he'll regenerate eventually, so it's not a big deal to him. But that probably, in your brain, you're like, oh, that's how he got in here. Is he basically constantly had to force his way through these sharp hallways, but because he regenerated, it wasn't a big deal. So that's why he made this as well. Do you guys want to chase him down, or do you just want to let him go? I mean, Ignis, he is fireballing for the pickings right now. You could literally just point down that hallway at this point, right?
It's your turn. So, go ahead, Jake.
I'm burning a lot.
Do it.
So how does spellcasting work?
Yep. So you choose a spell so
Fireball.
It doesn't have to be prepared. So Fireball. You cast it, expending the spell point, and then based on the spell you have, you roll the spell. So Fireball is a target within medium range, which he is certainly within medium range. It explodes in a close range AoE, so it only hit him, no one else. And then Fireball deals damage based on your level. So it's a D6 plus your level. So it's not the most impressive on a cleric, but there are like some subclasses for like alchemist and mage that you can turn casters, up to like blaster caster levels. But the intention is that spells are only really strong if you spec into them. So it'll still be, guaranteed damage, but it's just not going to be like 7d6 or whatever, right? So d6 plus your level, and then he'll get a save for half. Oof, okay. All right. He does have disadvantage in the save because he is afraid. I should have rolled 2 dice, but I'll just roll again. Okay, he fails. So that is only 4 damage, but it is fire damage. So once again, he's not regenerating. And you know what? I did say he was taking damage from these corners. So I'm going to say for each movement, he took a d6 slashing damage from the sharp rocks. So 2 and 2. So he is actually at 22 damage. In terms of hit points, he had 30 hit points. So he is very low right now. If you guys do want to try to finish him off.
Now, spellcasting, can I still keep moving forward?
Yes, so you have a movement and an action, and basically every spell is an action. So there's like one exception, I think, counterspell, but yeah, you can chase him. So that's your turn then. You're basically running after him.
Oh yeah.
Anybody else want to go?
Yes, I want to move forward and to the point where I can see him, and I want to cast Grasping Vines.
Okay, sounds good. So I think that's pretty far to move, but I'll give it to you since he's literally fleeing. So you kind of like barely poke out around the corner and Grasping Vine him. So once again, he'll have disadvantage on the save. Grasping Vine, I think, is a D8. I might have to double check the rules on that one. But it should be a D8 plus your level, and if he fails the save, he becomes grappled. And he fails the save.
Didn't mean to re-roll. I meant to clear. So it's a D8, you said?
I believe so. Yeah, let me just double check.
Page
Now for our
40.
viewers,
Oh, it is a D6. Okay, it is a D6, but it has medium range and the grappling effects. That's why.
for our viewers, they can pick up this awesome product on Drive-Thru RPG.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
completely free.
The link is in
It
the
is.
description.
And that is 6 points of damage, correct?
Yes,
Did you add
that
your
is
level
6
to it?
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if, as a side point, if you were transformed here, you get to add your bonus from that as well. So it'd be another +2.
Okay, he can cast while transformed. Great.
Yes, you can. So 6 points of damage, and he's grappled. This troll is at 2 hit points. He's taken fire damage this round, so he's not regenerating. Basically, either of you, Dodger or Athena, you can run in and try to finish this thing off, and you'll have advantage because he's grappled.
Dodger, go!
Do it.
Do we know that he's stopped?
Yes, he is stuck because he is grappled.
Yeah.
Now, the grapple will wear off.
Oh,
until he
okay, the
shakes it,
grappling
or
gun,
until
okay.
he'll either. I guess I'll use this until he shakes the grapple, or until the round ends. Because the Grasping Vine specifically, like summons a vine that grapples them until the end of the round, and then the vine goes away. So,
Can I go around to
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
other side of the troll? Or, yeah.
you probably couldn't get that far. I guess I can reveal the rest of the room. Also, it's a good note. So you can see that there is treasure over here, but also it doesn't catch up. But Athena, if she was to pick up her spear while she runs over here, where Belgar is, basically how spears work is you get 1 extra space of range. So it looks kind of weird in this hallway, but on like on a battle map, you can basically reach like from close range to short range instead of being close and close in melee. So spears are very good, but that's why they're only like a D6 damage if you want to hand them. But Athena, if she wanted, Athena could run up here and then poke at him with her spear from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have advantage because he is grappled.
Ooh.
Oof. I guess there's too many guys in the way. It just doesn't. I don't think that's going to hit. I think it's like a 14 probably or 12. But okay. And then Dodger can act if you'd like as well.
Sure. Can I sprint over and like leap off the wall, try and stab him with a dagger? Use the wall
Sure.
to push me further?
I think that's reasonable. You are a monk, so. Oops, sorry. I think we both grabbed the piece there.
No worries.
Okay. You do have advantage because he's
19.
grappled if you really want to crit him. But the 19 will hit. So do you want to punch him or use the dagger? Because I know you deal 1 extra
I guess
damage. with your
I'll
punch.
just punch him with.
Okay.
I'll just punch him.
Okay.
I'll get it
You hit him
too.
with the back of the dagger or something. That's
There
fine.
you go.
Okay, so the troll is dead. Falls over dead. Nice. Okay, and with that, you aside from the spiders, who you kind of sort of befriended, you have cleared the dungeon.
Yes, well done. I take my
I'll let the
torch
people
and I
know.
make sure I burn the rest of that body.
Okay, yeah, you can
And I
you can spend
dance.
some time burning the body.
I dance around it as it burns. Don't shake your head at me.
Pyromaniac stance.
No,
All right.
I'm giving this as a sacrifice to the cleansing.
Oh, I see.
The cleansing flame.
The great
Ooh,
cleansing.
shakalaka, flame, burn it all.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we
shakalaka.
Is this treasure chest locked? This is the next question.
Let me roll.
Yep, I think we're.
Okay, and that one is not, and neither is the other one. I think somebody asked me this earlier, if I had something to determine if stuff was locked. I kind of forgot that I made an official dungeon perchance generator for that exact tool. So I actually have a tool for that. I didn't use it for these, but I should have. But I can send that link if it's on my blog. But I just literally, it's in a window, and I just looked at it. I was like, oh, right, I have that. Anyway, so neither of these are locked. The first one over here by Athena and Belgar contains, let me just double check here, 100 silver, so effectively 10 gold. 100 silver pieces. and 3 relics, so gems and jewelry again. You can roll them and describe them if you like. Otherwise, they're worth 10 on average.
We'll just do a 10 on average from
10 on
tonight.
average.
Yeah.
And the other chest contains 70 gold. Silver. 70 gold would be a lot. 70 silver and 2 more relics.
I'm good with the average.
I think.
Okay.
Bob, this is where we're going to call it. Bandits will have to survive later.
We'll have to survive for another day.
That being said, Bob, where can people find you?
For sure. I don't have a lot of great places for it. I mean, I have my blog on Blogspot's Dungeon. I don't really have like a full social media page set up or anything yet, but you can also find the game for free on DriveThruRPG. And that's about it. I mean, I think on the blog you can find my email, there, but not too much.
So you got to start working on that, man.
I do. I'm terrible with social media. I'm awful with it.
And thank you, Jacob and Maddie, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing.
From Avenue Studios. If you don't know them, go take a look at their page on YouTube. I'm going to do the YouTube because that's the one I know, Jake.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah.
At Avenue Studios. It's all one word, right?
Yeah. That works.
But
you'll find us. Just go type it in.
Just go type it in. Avenue Studios. You can find
YouTube.
it.
Yeah. And we do all kinds of stuff like live plays and news and reviews. So.
And I think I'm in October. I'm going to be in one. So go take a look. Go take a look at that. In the chat right now, there is DM Tales. He's also a great YouTuber. If you don't know, he does some amazing reviews on games.
Yes,
that being said, Mike, thank you as always for joining me on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Always.
And coming up on the channel, we have Friday, we have Grimwood. And then I have a whole bunch of interviews coming up. Check my Discord. I'll definitely post them there. I have to write them all down and review them. They're all in my calendar, though. So people who I have interviews with, I won't forget you. And so we'll get those in Discord, and I'll definitely have them written and ready for Friday. Thank you. Yeah, mine would have worked. Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah, no, you did right. Oh, I didn't see.
Okay.
Did you put it on there too?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
so,
there it is.
and
Sorry.
Jake, you also do start playing games.
I do. Yep, I did it. I also do start playing games, yes.
And he's a great and amazing DM. I've played a couple games with him. He's fun, very outspoken. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you all for being here, all 18 of you. I think I'm just going to, you know what? We have 18 people. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid.
Yeah, raid them up.
Who do I have that I usually go to? That's doing. All right. So we're gonna go to. Quincy Tavern has too many people. I'm not going to do him. Oh, D&D Denial's going. We'll go to D&D Denial. They're great. They're doing Shadowrun right now. So let's go over and say hi to them. They're great. They do a lot of cool stuff, and they don't do a lot of 5e, which is what I like. So let's go take a look at them and say hi to them. Thanks everybody for being here, and thank you, Bob, for showing us your wonderful game.
Problem.
It's super great. Go to drive-through and grab it because it is free. So, all right, going in 3, 2, 1. Again, bye guys. Thank you all for stopping by.
Bye.
It always takes forever.
It looks like Twitch is done.
All right, there we go. All right, and we are officially